hello. It is I, the Fizzy, back after another week of chillin'. Nice to be back in the saddle again. Just making sure I have all my things set up the way I need them. I think I have everything set up all the way I need them. Besides having the game right in front of me. Oh no! That's right, I went back to playing Elden Ring again, which means that I left my PS4 controller all the way over there, so I'll be right back, and then we'll talk about, you know what, no, I can talk about it right now. Welcome to the Yizbrid Games stream. If this is the first time that you're checking us out, well, welcome. Yizbrid Games is a publishing company for indie games, with a penchant, a penchant for, a penchant? I forget if that T is pronounced. French, it's been a minute. With a flair for publishing games that are made by small indie companies from various parts around the world, amplifying voices that may not be the loudest in the room. Games such as No Place for Bravery, which is wishlistable on Steam right now, out of Brazil. VA11 Hall A, Cyberpunk Bartending Action, originally from Venezuela. Nirvana Cyberpunk Bartending Action, which is also wishlistable on Steam, and I'll post some links in just a moment. She Remembered Caterpillars, Y2K, a postmodern RPG, Masquerada of Songs and Shadows, World of Horror, out of Poland, also in early access on Steam, among others. I know I'm forgetting, like, something. There's some Yizbrid game I'm forgetting, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I hit all of them. I may have hit all of them. Anywho, I'll go ahead and post some info in the chat right now. You can find Yizbrid at yizbrid.net. You can follow us at twitch.tv/ well, you're already there, twitch.tv/Yizbrid Games, but also twitter.com/Yizbrid Games and facebook.com/Yizbrid Games. Pretty much everything's going to be a .something/Yizbrid Games. Speaking of, there's discord.gg/Yizbrid Games if you want to come hang out with us in our Discord, where we post plenty of wonderful conversations, as well as anytime that we have merch restocks or that there are discounts on games, etc. And speaking of, you can head on over to Steam to wishlist the aforementioned games that I listed. I apologize if my voice is a little bit not up to snuff, and also if you can hear my nasal cavities are not the most clear. Managed to catch COVID right after coming back from PAX. I think I managed to avoid getting sick the entirety of PAX, even though there were a couple folks that I ended up running into who were confirmed cases. I believe I managed to avoid getting sick from PAX and then just caught it as soon as I went back to work at home, because that's kind of how the timeline seems to have lined up. But today is technically my first day of no longer needing to quarantine. Nose is still a little bit stuffy, but I've been feeling pretty good. It hit me, I think, I want to say equal to, maybe a little bit harder than the first time I've had COVID. Well, the first time I lost my sense of smell and taste. This time I did not. This time was just, it felt like a mild cold to moderate cold. But confirmed with a test, one of those test strip things that I do. So I know it was COVID, even if it didn't feel quite like the previous time around. But feeling good, feeling ready to roll. As always, every Monday, I am Fizz, Kellen Fizz Stevens, voice actor, entertainer, jazz singer, celestial appreciator, pun connoisseur. I go by many names. You can follow my Twitter at twitter.com/FizzTheHuman. You can also check out my website at findfizz.biz, a wonderful website made by our very own Meredith Gerber. I'm going to go grab my controller, and then we can get the ball on fire rolling. I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah. So, un momento, por favor. There we are. Now I have my headphones free as well. Oh, one last thing I wanted to show off. I know last time I had done a little bit of a... we did a PAX debriefing, and I mentioned that I had lost my phone, got a new phone, etc. Well, the case for my phone just came in, and it's a transparent case. So I wanted to do a little something on the inside of the case to, you know, personalize it just a little bit more, besides it being a blue case so that I can find it, you know, when needed. But the thing that's relevant to you folks is that I took one of our, like, info cards for World of Horror and cut out just the side. You know, the logo looks a little funky since it's just, like, the very, very corner. But, so now I have this in my case, just trimmed off the side with the cool lighthouse thing. So, Pavel, if you're watching, got you on my phone now. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's get to piring. Is that the verb? Might as well be the verb. Oh, it would probably help if I... There we are. Alrighty. As always, we'll go for about an hour and then take a break. And then come back for another hour-ish, take a break, come back for another hour-ish, take a break. Or, well, leave after that. This will go till about 8:30. Oh, and if you wanted to catch up with previous episodes, you can also check out the YouTube. Do we have, does that pop there? Yes, it does. Cool. YouTube.com/ESPRIDGames. For previous episodes, we have VODs from a whole bunch of those. I'm going to shut my window. There we go. Now the lighting will look a little bit better in here. Also, hello, Crazy Zony. How are you this fine day? After you ceded victory to the accusers, rather embarrassingly. Oh, yes, that's right. So, the last episode, if you don't want to watch it on YouTube, which you don't have to watch it on YouTube, basically I had my ass handed to me several times in a row. It probably... You know, I think I cursed myself by naming the stream The Empire Strikes Back, either because it's a pun and I'm being punished by the powers that be, or because the Strikes Back portion I was struck back upon, perhaps. I know not, but... the glass in my car is replaced so I can drive places again. Good, that's good. I'm glad to hear that at least your freedom has been restored. Freedom restored. Alrighty. Humanity restored. There's little time for you to rest as yet. The night beckons, and the next rite reveals itself to be a vital one. It is already time, reader. Come see for yourself. The coldness of the season now presents to us another chance. He heads out straight away, and you follow in turn. We also got Sandalwood playable last time, I believe. If not, the time before. I don't quite recall. Indeed, among the remaining stars, you see one with which you are familiar. Oh, you see one with which you are familiar now burns ever brightly. The path of freedom is laid before you. Pursue it. Ah, cool. We're right back into it. Starting the stream off. I'll DM the 13th of 12th moon, 8:37 AS. Here we go again. Another opportunity to liberate one of our own. Volford suggests that the plan with a capital P in the Commonwealth has hit a few snags. His agents need all the help they can get over there. So we do want to free someone of ours, and it looks like we're going to be fighting the Chastity again for a rematch, which sucks because I remember they kind of stomped us last time. We're going to be bringing our A game. And in fact, I want to get a little practice in when next I can. I normally don't, but here I feel it's finally time that we, you know, get a little... I don't want to start off with something so important. Yeah, someone broke the driver's rear window, not seeing my car as an alarm. Did this Wednesday night or Thursday. I am so sorry to hear that. Hopefully... all of your belongings are safe and sound, and if not, then hopefully they find their way back to you safe and sound. Woof.
Already are the Nightwings summoned back to Mount Elodial. Picture the rights as a wheel broken free from a black wagon. It is turning uncontrollably, and soon shall reach a sudden stop. We should have several chances left for someone to go free, either us or else our adversaries, but not both. What is at stake each time is further complicated now, I must admit, knowing we have so few opportunities remaining. Those whom we send back into the Commonwealth, should our plan with a capital P somehow fail, at 54%, they may look back upon their exile with fondness. So returning to the Commonwealth is not inherently a mercy, I don't think. Moreover, there are also those among us whom we count on to prevail in the rights. We need them on the Nightwings just as much as we need them in the Commonwealth. We cannot simply grow our numbers here, given the circumstances. And so, who stays, who goes, these choices affect us all. No pressure there, my boy. Now, I don't know about you, but I shall go and take my leave for now. Let's set forth again at daybreak.
Oh, glad to hear. Alrighty, who's chatting with me? Oh, Hedwin. Okay. Seems to have something on his mind. You can tell something is troubling Hedwin from the moment you approach. You are not the only one, either. Looks like a case of a broken heart to me there, reader darling. Trust me on that one. Ooh, we getting some shipping? More shipping? Ah, pardon my nose. Hedwin overhears. It's nothing. I think all the travel's catching up with me is all. You don't make much of a liar, Hedwin darling. Now then, let's have her name. Or his. That's obvious, is it? That obvious. Now, go on. Hedwin hesitates a while, then... Her name was Fikani. Oh. Right. We learned about her. And her pretty blue hair. Oh, she was a harp, I think? If I remember correctly? Forbidden Love? Was that part of it? At any rate, her name was Fikani. Or maybe she betrayed them to the harps, I forget. Oh, okay. Yeah. Harp, okay. Should've just kept continuing. Fikani? Why, that's a harp name. Yes, she's from the mountains, same as you. You don't mean Fikani Shang, do you? We feared her lost in the gorge. The harp with whom Pamitha had a brief acquaintance. Ooh. What? You know her? Come on, Hedwin. How many of us harps do you think there are? Your Commonwealth has been rather successful scouring my people from our world. But yes, Fikani Shang and I had spent some time together in the past. Flown a few sorties now and then. We were in different units, though. She was reconnaissance, if I recall. She said as much to me, but what happened? But what happened to her?
When you were sentenced, it was about a year after me, wasn't it? So, maybe... She was alive and well when last I saw her. Got back from the gorge with a few scrapes and some good information. Granted, that was several years ago. Who knows what could have happened since? Though I must say, she never mentioned you. I'm impressed she managed to keep secret your relationship. She could have gotten herself into some real trouble. You keep her secret too, please. Oh, don't worry about me. Down here, I'm in no position to betray any more of my people, and besides, I liked Fikani. And you're not bad either. Why, this is rather sweet.
Hedwyn just stares at her.
I'm sorry, Hedwyn. I wasn't trying to make light. I wish that I could tell you more about her, though I think that you must know her better than I do. Yeah. Look, I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to get on your case about it, it's just... I don't like to talk about it much. It's a lot to have to explain. I understand completely. So then, now that the awkward introductions are out of the way, could you tell me any more about what she was like? Well, let's see.
They continue talking for some time about Fikani, and about how such a relationship would have been seen in both the Highwing Remnants and the Commonwealth. For Hedwyn, just knowing that Fikani still lives, or at least that she was still alive after his exile, lifts his spirits.
Anyhow, if you get out of here, or I get out of here, we'll have to seek her out. If I go first, I'll let her know you're in one piece and thinking of her still. Thanks, Pamitha. That means a lot. Don't mention it.
As the conversation winds down, they bid you eat. Excuse me. As the conversation winds down, they bid you and each other a good evening and go their separate ways. That's right. I forgot that he had a girlfriend. Well, I really want to get Hedwyn out of here. I would like to see him succeed. We wanted to do some practicing, so let's take a swig and get to that Beyonder crystal for a moment.
Why, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you?
Practice, practice, practice. To the book. Ordinarily, I wouldn't be going into practice, but like I said, we're starting off with like a really important match, and I want to make sure I kind of know what I'm doing. Ugh. I wish I could set up what team I was going to practice against, but that's okay. I mean, we know it's going to be the Chastity. I'm going to want to take Hedwyn. I'm going to put him up front because I would like to see him get back to the world. Let's go with Rookie because he's yet to let me down. And I feel like maybe Pamitha? Do we think we'd be able to get around and through stuff? Pamitha would just go like nothing but quickness. And hover over some of the sprouts and stuff. I think that this team would be really good. Okay. Now. Casting. Jumping, which is not... Oh, I forgot I could jump over things like that. Okay, that will shift between people. And then R2 to sprint, of course. That can fly, and we like to tap to fly because even though it looks silly, it's better on the stamina. Well, maybe not. Somebody told me it was, but I don't know if it was. Tackling moves me forward. Okay. Thanks for letting me get back into the swing of things. So then... And I can fling this too. Can I fling this past this? Uh-huh. Okay. So if I can aim that right, I should be flinging it a lot more often. My opponents certainly do. Okay. I think I'm back in the saddle of things just enough. And those games go on pretty nicely. So what happens if we defeat Sandra in practice? I've never tried. Might as well just take this home. Just to see what happens to Sandra. Does she get mad? Or does it just start back at the... No, I guess it lets us go back. Or it takes us right back. You have returned from your confrontation with the Beyonders. Not a moment seemed to pass since you were gone. Cool, okay. Yeah, I think that team's gonna be pretty good. I'd like to... Stamina. I feel like this should be something else, but I don't know what. Let's see. I rarely shoot with him. So I feel like Black Claw wouldn't be a bad one to give him. Yeah, let's give him this one. I like that idea. And then for her... Oh, Grant Spare, just quickness, so she's just... Fast as fuck, boy! And Ruki is just... Ruki casts Aura. I feel like I also don't really do much with his aura, but maybe I should this time around? Because I do like that it lingers a long time. If I didn't, I'd want to give him... I think we need to give somebody this one. Who gets it? What did... I just like her being quick. It's what, 16 quickness? What is... So I could technically give... him the quickness. Give her the... up to 22. No, we'll leave this be and then give Ruki the right light. Can I purchase? I'm gonna give him this, but I want to rank this up because I'm gonna go full, like, pull out all the stops to make sure I don't get screwed over. Let's continue on. Any other places we wanted to try and catch some info about? Excuse me. All around the world. I think we went to this one last time. Let's do the fall this time. Unless there's another third secret one. Ooh.
Once more we sail above the fall of Solium. The temple to the 8 scribes awaits us at the summit. None have seen the temple, save for those worthy to conduct the rites there, and myself, and my counterpart Celeste. You may then wonder whence it came. The cycle of the rites has turned since the beginning of this age. Over its course, whilst waiting for the cycle's turns, some exiles thus paid tribute to the 8 scribes. I think the scribes may not have wanted such extravagance, or the carved effigies to them along the way. Yet, it is for triumvirates to decide how best to honor the rites. They chose to honor them as you see here. How you remember this, of course. Whether you even wish to do so, that is yours to decide. The scribes would not want otherwise.
Let's fucking go. You make landing upon Mount Elodial, where Volfred pulls you aside while the others complete the post-flight inspection. He puffs at his pipe before speaking up.
Reader, as you know, I now wear the raiments once again. That means that I, myself, may soon be worthy to regain my freedom in the eyes of the 8 scribes. Know, however, that it is not my wish to go just yet. It is true I could be of some benefit to our plan with a capital P back in the Commonwealth, but I feel my place is here for the time being. Perhaps once the Nightwings are on a surer footing in their path, my time shall come. Those are my feelings on the matter, and I wanted you to know. I shall, of course, defer to you. Our path is not to contradict the reader's will. Anyway, I trust that all of us, yourself included, shall find our freedom. If not soon, then by when all of this is over.
The Beyonder Crystal seeks Volfred. That takes precedence. Hang on.
You bring me brief reprieve from solitude. What seek you in exchange?
Why, we need to talk for a minute.
Please, reader, leave me be. I asked that you leave me be. Go about your business. Go. Watch the stars die out and get your idiots their freedom. And you be sure to tell that herald with whom you consort that Sandra the Unseeing did her job. You tell him that.
That herald.
Perhaps that way he shall put in a good word, and the scribes shall finally provide for me a bit of reprieve.
She falls silent for a time.
I do not know what else to do, reader.
But you remain with her, letting her draw whatever strength and comfort from your thoughts as you are able to afford.
That was kind of you. However, let us conduct our business. I care not for your pity. Do not come visit me again like this without my asking. I insist.
Gonna do it anyway. I know she insists, but still. In fact, she did call upon me to request of her a scribe trial. But maybe that just means I need to be more professional. I don't know. What would happen if nothing would happen in the game if I didn't try and talk to her? The fool.
So then who exactly do you have in mind?
Why, it would be Volfred. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Volfred.
That fancy talking sap, you mean? I shall be interested to see if he has learned something since we last sparred like this.
Ooh, they sparred before.
Then let us bring him forth.
Soon Volfred appears in heat of the summons.
So it is my turn then, is it? Then let us see what we can do, my boy. This piece is what all true warriors strive for.
I just play as him, right? That's how this works? Yeah. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask.
Listen well, Sap. You answer to me here.
As you will, O Sandra the Unseeing.
Proper as ever, then. Though I wonder if you have the wherewithal that you project. Show me, then, that what you can do without the benefit of those whom you would lead. And let us see if you and your lovely reader have reached a thorough understanding as of yet.
Ah, lame. Let's fucking go. No! I should have flung it. I should have flung it. That was a lame blink. Ah, shoot. Come on. Ah, it got me. Okay, okay. Nope. I need to play more defensively. Like so. And we have all the time in the world. Zoop. Oh, I can't place it in aura. I see. Let's go. Oh, I like that. Can't tell if this is just the computer, like, I don't know, there's some wacky things going on with these opponents. Oof. Double oof. Okay. Pop, pop, buddy. There we go. Cool.
I am grateful for the privilege of your time, good Sandra.
Flattery shall never get you anywhere with me, Sap. Nonetheless, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell.
We did it.
I had not seen that Sandra in some time. She has not changed a bit. But it would seem she left something for us, did she?
Lose bow. His blink ability transports him farther than usual. Yes. I like that a lot. That's perfect. We're slapping that on him right now. Not that I think we're going to be using him next match, but still. Although, oh, when aura casting, I'd like to get his presence just way up. I think that'd be cool, especially if like he can just like pop a sprout and then have its presence be giant. Alright, here we go. Neato. Okay, cool. Nothing left to do there. Except to drink. Seek the Nomad Scribe's favor. Let's go. Having completed the post-flight inspection, you and Ruki visit the monument of Golgolathanian here in Emperor's Fall.
Okay, look. You know old Rookie Greentail doesn't like to beg, but now I'm hearing we ain't got a lot of chances left of getting out of here. Well, then you gotta let me out of here. Come on, who deserves it any more than me, huh? Mom's out there waiting for old Rookie to come home.
Soon he has finished paying his respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Golgolathanian has shown you favor. You soon shall ascend the mountain, though there is time now to pursue your vocations. He gained some hope. Good. We'll get you up there next, Ruki. I think that'll be appropriate. Let's check this. Ruki is counting the group's supply of soul when he sees you approach. He rushes right up to you as per his custom.
Hey, chum! I was just seeing what we could pick up from the slug market next chance we get. Been running some numbers here, and by my count, we've made old Falcon Ron richer by 888 soul so far, if you can believe that. Oops, all eights. Sometimes I think he's fleecing us for all we're worth, you know? But I figure we got a decent arrangement going. Hoarding soul ain't gonna do us any good down here, and Ron's merchandise can help us get ahead. Those talismans are weird, right? But they seem to work. Especially if you heap some of that stardust stuff onto them, right?
A substance of celestial origin used to enhance a talisman's effects. What did that say? The stars themselves are the instigators of the rites.
Say, you don't think it's cheating using that stuff, do you, chum?
He does not give you the opportunity to answer.
Though, anyways, that Ron and I, we go way back, all right. Like, you don't even know. He and I, why, technically, we knew each other even back before I ended up down here. He was one of my importers, so to speak. Yeah, he and I, we had a good thing going for a while. Sent all sorts of junk downriver to him, and back in the Commonwealth, the soul was still worth something to some folk. One day, of course, the jig was up for me, you understand? The jig was up, the news was out, they finally found me. So imagine his surprise when I ran into him right here on his home turf.
You make an effort to imagine Falcon Ron's surprise.
Oh, we're looking for this into doggy. Whoa. That's pretty cool. Yeah, fine. So, Ron didn't shed no tears about me getting thrown down. When I first met him face to face, he just says, "Oh, hey, Mr. Greentail," like he's expecting me or something. Though he did seem pretty miffed at losing me as a supplier. But he got me as a customer. Believe you me, his prices would be 10 times worse if not for Rookie Greentail's premier loyalty discount taken off the top. Just, whatever you do, don't go around asking questions about him. Believe you me, the less we know about our good chum Falcon Ron, the better. Anyways, I'm off to chase my tail for a bit, so be seeing you around, chum. He bounds off out of the wagon. Always a pleasure to talk to you, Rookie. Oh, no, not right now. Not right now, not right now! I want to get out of here! I was a fool! Please! Why did I go backwards? There we go, nothing for now. Neat. Alright, we exit, then we get some more Stardust, actually, after mentoring. Who do we want to mentor? I guess we just keep mentoring Volfrid, or... yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Unless mentoring eats into the green. Oh, but he has all this green. So it doesn't really matter. And if Hedwyn is going to be next to go, I'd say we mentor Volfrid to keep catching him up.
I should be interested to see which lessons you have taken from the book.
You and Volfrid review what observations you have made thus far about the various triumvirates you have confronted on your journey. He has keen insights about some of them. Private lesson?
Either we stand between each other's paths to freedom, or we help each other on our way. I try to always bear this truth in mind.
What time is it? 5:50. Cool. We have enough time for this next one. We're kind of breezing along. Found your calling. What is that achievement for? Do I get to know? I don't know if I get to know. Oh, must be being called to the to the thingy. I just realized I've been looking for this for like the last several days. It's Ninjom packets. Actually, I haven't had much of a snack today, so I'm not going to eat one right now, but I'll have one a little later. That said, this cough drop, on the other hand, hell yeah. We continue our journey. Cistern. I know we've done the cistern before. I said that the last time, but we want Hedwyn to have a good shot at this, I think. En route to the mountaintop, you pass by a monument to Luce Glorian, and Hedwyn happens to take notice. It can't be possible, can it? That the rites are drawing to an end? I promised everyone that we would all be free together. Please, I shouldn't have made a promise that I couldn't keep. I know that now, but please, please don't make me break that promise. Soon he is finished paying his respects. Prepare to continue your ascent. You sense that Luce Glorian has shown him favor. He gave him some presents, but what were they? You and your fellow exiles gather at the foot of Scribe's Gate before an archway carved of stone where stands the Gate Guardian.
Salutium, Ceres.
Greetings to you, Celeste. I sense the exiles of the Nightwings have returned, even as the cycle of the rites begins drawing to a close. The Nightwings accept this as the will of the scribes. The Gate Guardian laughs at this, softly for some reason. And you, Tariq? Do you accept their will as well? But the lone minstrel does not answer her. It is no matter. Now, Nightwings, each of you come forth and state what it is that you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one, the Nightwings declare themselves. You all pass through as before. When Volford takes his turn, Celeste stops him. You! I see you wear the raiments once again. Explain.
The cycle of the rites is ending. While I do not know exactly why, I have my fears.
So you can't take everyone with you when you do the final rites. Correct. And at this point, apparently the rites are coming to a close earlier than expected, so we will not have as many rites to go through as we do people to free. So unless something else changes, at present, we'll... And I don't know how many of us, but only a certain amount of us will be able to go on ahead versus others. We'll see. It is a bummer. Bummer indeed.
One of my contemporaries, he who fell from the summit long ago, he lives and seeks his liberty again. He stands against us now, and believes his triumvirate to be the true Nightwings, a splinter faction from the Scribe's most favored triumvirate, led by the demon Orlek.
I remember well the contemporary whom you mean. Then the Nightwings stand divided.
Yes, and so I wear the raiments once again, in case that it may help to right this wrong. For I am Volfred Sandalwood, and I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there.
She considers Volfred's words for a moment.
I see. Then move along.
The Guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you all, and then she beckons you onward.
The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory.
Celeste.
What is it, Tariq? The will of the scribes. Long have we both followed it. I think you would agree. In equal measure has it drawn us close as separated us. But if their aim now is to keep us apart for another age or longer, then no, I do not accept their will.
Ooh. Ooh. What a good line.
You blaspheme, Tariq, and at the gate no less.
But the lone minstrel simply puts his hat back on. Yeah, you do, motherfucker. Yeah, you do. Huh.
Then may the scribes themselves admonish me. Until tomorrow night, Celeste.
Ooh, you lover boy, you. Blast for you and blasphemy. Having reached the peak of Mount Elodial again, you see the vastness of the downside all around you. It leaves you deep in thought regarding which of your companions ought to go free this night, as Sir Gilman did the last time. We've got some talking to do. We've got some things to purchase, and then I think we'll take a break and then do our last match. I think that's a good order of operations. Volfred looks up at you as you approach and smiles.
I never thought that I would say such things, my boy, but it is good to wear the raiments and the rites once more. The march of time does have a way of healing certain hurts. Besides, the Nightwings of today, we are a very different beast than the triumvirate which took me in almost a decade ago. Ours was a triumvirate of exactly 3. Well, 4 with Tizo, who proved to be an exception, though historically the Nightwings never took on more exiles than needed. I have mentioned my predecessor, Brighton, and my former companions, Erisa and Orlek. Perhaps naively, I had hoped my time with them would not be relevant directly to what we now attempt. But seeing as our stories are now intertwined, do let me know if there is more you wish to learn of them.
Yes, please. I can ask about all of them, yeah? Thus far, you have heard only passing reference to Volfred's predecessor on the Nightwings. Erisa, who betrayed Orlek, causing the Nightwings to fall apart. Why would she do such a thing? or Oralek, the demon whom you met. What was he like before? Were he and Volfred close? Kind of want to learn about Erisa, if only one person. But I'll ask about all of them if I can. I'll ask about Erisa, who you understand betrayed Oralek at the moment of his liberation, but then perished in the Shimmer Pool.
I'm afraid you know the brunt of it, my boy. But I suppose you ought to know something of Erisa's past, lest you be quick to judge her solely by her actions. Mind you, I would never make excuses for the terrible choice she ultimately made, but her life, I understand, was very difficult. Erisa had been exiled for the foulest of acts. You could see it plainly branded on her face. Such was the heinousness of what she did in the eyes of the Commonwealth. What was it? She was an apprentice blacksmith in her youth, taking up the post left by her brother. He had fallen in battle on the blood border, despite wielding their father's own lanced armor. Her father never quite recovered after this, and had grown cruel and detached. It was Erisa who took the brunt of his fury. He expected the impossible of her. One day it was all too much for her, so when next he lashed out at her, she struck back. She struck back again, and again, and again. When they came for her, her father was gone, and she was not herself. She was promptly cast into the downside for the crime, where her hatred for the Commonwealth only grew. Erisa always was intense in her demeanor, haunted by her father's memory. More than that, her chief motive for wanting back her freedom was, in hindsight, not a healthy one. She longed to join our nation's enemies, to build for the High Wing remnants a great siege engine that could shatter the defenses of the Commonwealth, and forever end our feud. What she ultimately did to Oralek was an act of pure and thoughtless desperation. I do not think it was simply evil, nor do I think that it was personal. I often wondered, though, if, in her final moments in the Shimmer Pool, she understood what she had done and the depths to which she had fallen. For years, I must admit I hated her, but now, my only hope is that she found a peace untenable during her relatively short life at the downside of the Commonwealth. Furthermore, I hope the life of Erisa offers some perspective yet to those of us who have not made the same mistakes. Now then, was there something else?
We're the boys from the beaches of Brighton. You inquire about Brighton, who you understand was liberated prior to when Volfred first joined the Nightwings.
I never met Brighton in person, but I know him rather well by now. Though, for that matter, my boy, so do you.
He studies your reaction for a moment, then is Brighton Emmett Selk? Is he the voice?
Brighton was born wealthy, but not special otherwise. You would have no reason to have heard of him. He was exiled for negligent misconduct. I do not know exactly why, and do not care for spreading rumors. I first heard of him through Erisa and Oralek, who found me a suitable replacement following his liberation. They spoke little of him. Oralek gave the impression they did not see eye to eye, but he assured me I soon would hear from him myself.
Oh, yeah, he is the voice, isn't he?
Indeed, as I became accustomed to the book by which you know well by now, I soon began to hear the voice.
Volfred looks at you, as if to see if you yet take his meaning.
You see, my boy, after Brighton's liberation, he assumed a new identity within the Commonwealth, and a new responsibility to the triumvirate which liberated him. That voice you hear from time to time, whensoever the stars align, it's his. He is no longer Brighton. He is now none other than the Archjustice Androboles the Ninth himself.
Oh. Oh. Well, shit.
Liberated exiles retain certain burdens to their old triumvirates. They have much to thank them for, not just their freedom, but their exalted status in the Commonwealth. The theocratic rulers of the Commonwealth, they do not wear masks and raiments simply for the sake of ceremony. They are not who they appear to be. Their public pasts are nothing but a fabrication. Like Brighton, they once were exiles too. Brighton, that voice, he has no love for either one of us by now. He knows full well what we attempt to do. yet he is bound by the traditions of the rites. He shall always stand on ceremony and complain, but I think he knows deep down that he is powerless. How ironic that one of such high status in the Commonwealth should be so frightened of some long-forgotten exiles such as we. Anyway, that's Brighton for you. He must have seen in you the potential to be one of his staunch supporters for a time. If that's a path you'd wanted to pursue, I should apologize. Now then, whom else should we talk about?
Let's talk about Orlek. You ask about what Orlek was like when he and Volfred first became acquainted. Volfred remained silent for some time.
I was very, very sick, you know, when I first landed in the downside. The long trip down the river must have been a little much for me. It was Orlek who found me. He could not have known of my capacity to read before he revived me. He was a physician, intolerant of the sight of suffering of any kind. Not just any physician, mind you, a gifted, highly decorated one. He served on the front.
I bet he was cast out for helping the enemy. Not like helping them militarily, but like giving aid to soldiers downed on the opposite side. I'm just placing my fizzy bet on that.
Back then, skirmishes erupted frequently, and those such as Orlek, they had to deal with many casualties on either side. In time, he said he grew repulsed by what he saw. This sowed in his heart a yearning for an end to all the bloodshed. So he tried to use his status to negotiate a treaty with the High Wing remnants. Oh, never mind. It must have gone about how you'd expect. He was given direct orders to return to the front. But when he refused to soil his hands again, they cast him to the downside.
See.
Here he gained the notice of the Nightwings, and before long he grew to be one of the finest rites conductors anyone had ever seen. He was instrumental in the liberation of his companions, whose roles in the Triumvirate were later filled by Erisa and me. In time, Orlek's own opportunity for freedom had come up. He longed for it, so that, with his exalted status, he might stand a better chance of negotiating peace. However, on the evening of his liberation, well, you know the story from that point. Volfred breathes a heavy sigh. He and I were kindred spirits for a while. I could not bear to think that he was gone. And now, I still cannot entirely believe that he is back. He is our adversary now. Transformed. Grown cold. Still, part of me is happy that he lives. Make no mistake, of course, I shall not be swayed against our plan with a capital P. Not by Orlek, or anyone. As I have said before, we share a higher calling now. As for Orlek, he wants his freedom still, although I wonder if he still remembers why. Anyway, was there something else, my boy?
No, I think that's about it. You do not wish to dredge up any more of Volfred's old memories for now. You bid Volfred a good afternoon and leave him with his memories.
My pleasure, reader. Reflecting on the past from time to time helps demonstrate how far we've come, yet how much farther we have yet to go.
Pardon me. Let's go shopping.
Hey guys, so like, I don't know what's going on up there with all them stars, all acting real weird and stuff, and, but let me tell you something here. You ain't gonna find a better deal on all this stuff from anybody. I mean, anybody. In the downside, you can trust me when I tell you that, okay? So, go ahead, stock up.
Yes, I want Stardust. And maybe we want some serums. This is your bottle pulling. After getting banished, adversary returns first. So, nearby adversaries. Flame Leech. I like this. I like that a lot, actually. Oh, sure, we have 66. I think we can sell some stuff back. I'd say we can sell back headwinds. I want to snag this and boost it for what's the difference between that? Oh, I see. Oh, permanently grants one hope. We have some permanent ones. 71. I still want to get some of these. Let's get this one. What can I sell to get it? I think Rookie, I'm not really... I'm fine with tossing this back too. And let's get this guy. And then let's get... one of these lads.
See you guys again sometime soon, okay? Because I gotta say, you are my favorite customers I had all week.
And then... let's go on break. Actually, let me do this before I forget. I wanted to power up... I think it was going to be the... Maybe it was going to be this one, but now I want to power up the other one that I just bought. The leech. I like the leech better. Because, so this one, not that one, sorry. This one? Like, this would protect against one hit, but like, also, this leech though, every time, like, we'd get way more out of it. Can I power it up? Oh no, why would I be able to power it up? Because it's a... oh, it's squishy. Let's do it. And then... maybe I should sell to... get...
I knew you'd be back, guys.
Kind of want to get the... it was this one, the Scribe Rock, that I wanted to get. So can we sell to get it? Mooncrest. What's this one? Orange knot. I want to use this for oh wait, no, I want to get his presence up, but not through that. I want it through boosting it all together, because I like the dashing thing. Okay, then we're good.
They didn't buy nothing, Dad.
Okay, I'm gonna go back in here. Let's put on a song. Also, Torake, T0 Rake, redeemed hydrate. I appreciate that. You can barely hear me. Oh no. I can turn up my gain a little bit. Bizarre. Okay. Has it been this way the whole time? Let's try that. How's that? Cool. Because I can go higher. I just don't want to peak. You're a bit low. I've been using you as an ASMR stream while I play Railroot. Okay. Check 1, 2. Check, check. Checkables. Alrighty. Okay, that's hitting red, but not peaking. So I think that should be fine. Do I have this, like, not... Oh, I'm speaking into the front of it. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I didn't know. I apologize, folks. Well, that's kind of lame. Oh, well. That said... We've got another beautiful match in... I don't know. Whatever this place is that we're at in the Emperor's Fall, something like that. Anyway. Yes. I shall now go have a quick snack as well. Take some meds, etc. The usual stuff. So, y'all enjoy the break. I'm going to put on some tunes while I'm gone. Which was in this. Any requests? Withdrawn, Low Minstrel's theme. I like the Sea of Solace music. Let's do that. I think it's one of my favorite songs in the game. Okay. I shall return in about 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes, etc. Yeah. Alrighty. I am back with a boomier voice than ever. I apologize once again that I just didn't know that my audio had been turned down at some point. I forget what I must have been doing. Oh well. Anyway. So I just noticed. Like, I know this right here is like a snake that, like, you can see the eye right here where my mouse is. But like, it also kind of looks like if you see this as like either an ear or just a line on here, it looks like a worm facing this way with like a very pensive look on its face with like the one eyebrow and an eye shut. That's just like, oh. And thank you for the welcome backs. Yeah, some places have a courtesy audio turn down service. Did they leave a chocolate on the mic? No, they didn't. Those bastards. This song reminds me of the next episode theme from Trigun, if you know what I'm talking about. The that song. I bet you could play those over these chord changes depending on I don't know. It sounds, maybe it's just in the same key and because it's guitar. I don't know. It sounds like it to me. Anyway, okay. Oh wait, I was going to read some stuff real fast. Now look at this. Slug markets, in the words of Jomur Minimane, the Alpha Chief.
These are natives in this land, with some capacity for thought, an oddly keen instinct for the mercantile. Suspicious creatures, but not disagreeable entirely. From time to time we make exchange with them. They lust for coins for the imperial soul, though why, they do not say. We speculate it is a delicacy. It serves us little purpose here, whilst their slug market wares are sometimes valuable. The creatures appear drawn to places where the heavens shine the brightest, perhaps because they know we are as well. What they want exactly is unclear. We taught them of our lands, yet they remain preoccupied with, simpler things.
Indigenous imps.
Special mention must be given to the downside's most prolific native creature, which we call the imp. With all respects to our comrade, Haub, an imp himself, possessing of extraordinary intelligence, most imps are driven by the simplest impulses: to eat, to drink, to procreate, to move, and to survive. These creatures, then, are symbols of this place. They're far more resilient than they seem. Though wild by their nature, they, like all of us, can learn. Haub insists that imps are willing to be put to work. Like other aspects of the downside, they wish more than to exist, but to exist with purpose.
Downside talismans.
Survival often is conflated with the physical. When we think of survival, we assume the need to sustain our bodies or improve our bodies. The strong survive. But, and take it from an alpha chief, there are different kinds of strength. The spirit is what drives us. By comparison, the body's impulses are weak. Here in the downside, faith is found in limited supply. Trinkets and mere baubles that would barely fetch a price in our homeland here are talismans. Seek talismans that mean something to you. Hold on to one that you hold dear. It shall reward you with reminders of your faith, your power, your potential.
And those were the new entries. Time to commence the liberation, right? Time to commence the liberation, right? Once more you have gained the Fall of Solium, where one among you may go free, but first you shall have to prevail against the chastity and the liberation rite.
Reader, your companions are gathered here under the Fall. They shall be counting on you.
Thank you for the good luck there, Coranium. It's funny that you and Torake, both of you start with a capital letter and then a 0, and then hit the rest of your name, which is also R-A for the first 2 letters after the 0. Things I notice. Indeed. Sorry.
Indeed, as the cycle of the rites turns ever faster, so too is our plan with a capital P set in motion.
Yeah, same here. I should have been Fizz, just F-I-Z-Z, and that account exists and hasn't been used in eons. Alas, here I am, Fizz the human. But that's okay. Yes, Core and Tor, a kid.
My agents in the Commonwealth are beginning to cause a bit of a stir out there, and word has reached high places that the rites are ending. This is our chance, though let us not despair should victory elude us here. We shall make the most of whatever the scribes may have in store for us. That is to say, good luck, my boy, it's time.
We're not turning any of these on, though Dullness the Locket is new. Is there a new one that was over here? Maybe not. Maybe everything just kind of scooted over a little bit. Series Pyre shall recover up to +5 each time they douse your Pyre. Nah, we're not turning any of these on. My body is ready.
Once more, the Nightwings gain the summit of the sacred Mount Aladiel to
Aladiel.
the liberation rite.
Not Elodiel, but
Even
Aladiel.
as the stars themselves abandon you. Make good upon these final opportunities, reader. This glorious age-old tradition coming to an end upon your watch. I trust that chastity, your adversaries, shall not throw away this chance. Choose now who may go free, should they unfortunately fail.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the chastity, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings.
Monley flourishes onto the grounds and grasps his mask in his spindly fingers. How did I do this last time?
It was my faux German, but very boomy and round, if I remember correctly. Warmest salutations to you all upon this blessed eve. I am H. Manly Tinderstauf, and I must say that I am very moved to be a part of these proceedings. It shall be my humblest of privileges to return, quite soon I hope, unto the Commonwealth, where I shall dedicate myself in full towards the betterment of that society. I long to be a part of this glorious tradition, even when my freedom is rightfully restored. For is it not the case that exiles such as we are called upon to lead?
How you govern in your commonwealth is not our business here. Your intentions shall mean nothing if you... nothing. Nothing if you do not prevail in this right, Manly.
I can't un-Monley myself. Hang on.
Your intentions shall mean nothing if you do not prevail in this right, Manly Tinderstaff.
Oh, but I meant no offense at all. I shall serve well these rights, I promise. Why, I should think I shall be sending many exiles here into the downside to replace me. I can think of quite a few who I think would benefit from experiencing this wonderful tradition for themselves.
Then Monley covers his face again.
Now, as for you, Nightwings, make no attempt to undermine me here, and nothing shall befall you or your loved ones in the Commonwealth. Is it a deal?
I hate it. I hate it. Nightwings, your decision. On whose behalf you shall conduct the liberation rite. Reader, I would ask you to choose wisely, but I am sure you know no other way. And you, prepare your song, Tariq. Of course, Celeste. I've been giving them the same accent, or attempting to, but I don't know. Can I not liberate? No! How is he unworthy? Is it just the top 3? Is that the deal? Oh, man. Okay, well. I don't really want to free Pamitha yet. We could anoint Lay. I need Rookie still. I think Lay should go up next. Story-wise, I kind of wanted to make sure Pamitha got there, so that this is the. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There would have been 8, but -3 plus 2, so this would be the 4th, I believe. Oh wait, no, because I've liberated. No, I'm doing my math wrong because I let one of the Jody, Gilman, and then one was lost. Yes. Yeah, I lost one on purpose to Tamitha. Yeah. Let's anoint Lay. That's what I'm thinking. Because I don't want to lose Rookie or Pamitha yet. Yeah.
Oh, you mean me? That I get to go home? But the 8 scribes, what if they still want me to stay?
Who shall stand with her?
What if they do want her to stay? Did the 8 scribes say so? Nobody's told me this. So in this case, we'll definitely choose Rookie.
You got it, chum. Let's get her out of here.
And Pamitha. Or, well, I could let Hedwyn do it. And try and get him some more points. I'll let Hedwyn do the next couple matches and get him up there. Let's go Pamitha. Because at that point it would be, for sure, Pamitha, Rookie, and Hedwyn, right? Would be the top ones. If I don't let Tizo do any fights after this. I think that's right. Yeah, so let's go Pamitha. We're just gonna go fast as fuck, boy.
Sure, let's get her out of here then.
Very well.
Now it begins. Do me this favor, if you please, and stand aside like a good sport there. I promise to reward you handsomely once I am free.
Commence.
Oh no. In. Oh, they sing about the. Oh, hey, yo.
I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Can I grab this? Sweet. I'll be taking that, thank you. No! I missed. Ah, in they go. Okay. Whew. Alright. Shit. Phew. Okay, we're still winning. Come on, Lay. In we go. Hell yeah.
Oh, what's this now? It seems to me the scribes so enjoy our company, the entertainment we provide, that they have deigned to reignite our pyres. Observe.
Something stirs in the sky. If the heavens are to rain and reignite your pyres, then the rite shall continue, ere one pyre or the other is put out. Interesting. Aw, man. Go, 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 go. Hell yeah. Can... Oof. Alright, Rookie. You got this. Yeah, we do. Come on, stamina, back, 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 back. Flame Leech, take that, thank you. Phew. Ah.
To wake you up. You seem unable to stop these people.
Ah, shut up. That ain't it.
They did it.
Yeah, she did. 2 more.
Best not get overconfident, Nightwings.
Ooh.
Well, that was exciting.
Okay. Oh, no.
Unfortunate.
Alright, alright, alright. I think I have...
The Nightwings seem to be falling behind.
shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Bask in the purifying flame. This is the path to glory. She soared right in.
Yeah, she did. One more, one more.
Your victory is at hand.
Okay.
How sad for that one there.
I'll take that. In I go, in I go, in I go, in I go. Yeah!
There it
Nailed it.
is.
Whew. I was really scared there.
To their worth of their adversaries, the same
Whew.
cannot be said. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen
Look how he's waving.
the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
We did it.
Why, this is an utter outrage. Have you any idea what you've done, you ingrates?
I can go home. I think this means I can go home.
She shuts her eyes.
By the scribes. By the scribes. But what will happen now to you? To all of you? Can you not come with me? No. No, they say not yet. The scribes, they say not yet, although I think your time will come. Your time will come. And I will wait for you because I don't have friends back home, at least I didn't used to, so I want you to come join me there, okay? But now the scribes are calling me, and so goodbye!
She falls into the shimmer pool, and then she is gone.
Goodbye! And please, oh scribes, watch over them, okay?
Lay earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, moon-touched one. The 8 scribes are watching from afar. By their grace, may the cycle of the rites keep turning for as long as possible.
All right.
May the scribes have mercy on us all.
That was definitely a strategic one. I would have liked to have seen Hedwyn go. I'm bummed. You prevailed in the liberation against the chastity. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Lay, who returned to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this. Who am I going to complain to without Lizzie around? Question. If I had chosen Faye for her name, would Ruki have called her Fizzy? Food for thought. Food for thought. Oh, cheer up already, Ruki. You wonder who, if anyone, among you shall be the next to go.
We have but a few such liberation rites remaining. Exactly how many I do not wish to speculate about as yet until such time as we can better say for certain. Under no circumstances would I suggest this is ideal. However, it is opportunity enough that our plan with a capital P may, as yet, succeed.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Although, all of these setbacks, I fear.
Wolford trails off and falls silent. Some of the others exchange looks. They are beginning to understand. With the rites soon ending, everything which Wolford has sought, both on his own for many years and now with all of you, all of it may have been in vain. The hush spreads to the others. But not to you. You then proceed to do something that none of them seem to expect. You raise your voice. Each of your fellow exiles turn to you, their expressions asking you a question with no easy answer. What are we going to do? As you meet Hedwyn's gaze, the words for the occasion begin to crystallize in your mind. You are searching to find the right words. Search for the words to say to your fellow exiles. Interact to gather your thoughts. Interact to consider a different angle on this. Do I do these all in turn? Let's do this one. I hope I'm not skipping anything if I pick this one. Seems like I have 2 choices here. Gather your thoughts. Consider a different angle on this. Oh, I see. You tell them that you have all stood together time after time throughout this quest, and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity.
Oh, I get it. I think only a hollow fool would turn back now. Poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. You tell them that you are not going to mince words with anyone here. Because by now, each of you knows each other well. You tell them that you all have struggled to have come this far across the downside. All have struggled to have come this far. Slow point in your journey. I kind of want to know if, like, if I talk about it this way, if I could say, but then that means there's nowhere to go but up. Like, everything has valleys. Or to talk about the many challenges which we have faced. I want to try this one. You tell them that you all have stood together time after time throughout this quest and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. Wait. Oh, I have one thing to say. I thought I was going through like a dialogue tree. Oh. I feel silly. Okay. What was the... I know each of you knows each other well. What was the other one? Any challenges? Reach the slow point in your journey. Challenges. Stick together time after time throughout this quest. You're not going to mince words with anyone here, because by now each of you knows each other well. All struggle to have come this far across the downside through many challenges. I like this because by now each of you knows each other well. None of you pursue this quest with any guarantees. It is a quest you all knew was unlikely to end well. It is clear now that not all of you are going to return. This is way freedom is laid bare before you all. Can't assume that it would have a happy outcome. No. It's clear now that not all of you are going to return. Each of you knew this outcome was a possibility. The path of freedom is laid bare before you all. True freedom is not waiting for you in the Commonwealth. The path is difficult enough without the added burden of despair. True freedom is not waiting for you in the Commonwealth. I like this one. Meanwhile, the stars themselves are shining on for you. All of what transpired cannot be mere chance. You all now have a divine duty to uphold. The Commonwealth is already in upheaval. There you have unfinished business to conduct. You have to resist the forces that would crush you. Something far more vital is at stake. You see the imminent conclusion of the rites as a sign. It is a sign that the world is changing. spur you on to greater feats. Transpire now be their chance. Who waits if you can persevere together? Commonwealth is already a bit of evil. Its troubles are only beginning. You have to resist the forces that will crush you. Injustice said cannot continue. Something far more vital is at stake. You see the imminent conclusion of the rites as a sign. These are the stars above can be no accident. It's a sign that scribes are watching. Well, the stars themselves are shining on for you. All of what they would spur you on to greater feats. Glory awaits if you can persevere together. You all stand poised to ensure the world you leave behind for your loved ones, for each other, is a world worth living in. Now is the time to stand and fight the forces that oppose you for each other. Okay. You now have this opportunity to live with purpose. Ensure the world you leave behind for your loved ones. For your own sake. For your people. For each other. For those who live oppressed. For those who do not fight, do not prevail. For all those who shall live on. Righteous cause. For all those who shall live on. Live with purpose. For loved ones. It's a world worthy of homecoming. Leave behind for your loved ones. Stand poised to ensure the world you leave behind for your loved ones. Oh, this is rough. I shall have fun, Crazy Zony. Thanks for hanging for a while, and you now have this opportunity to adult with purpose for your own sake. For yours is a righteous cause, Crazy Zony. Go forth and triumph. I like this one, making the world better. But I don't like the idea of it just being for those we leave behind. Live with purpose. All those who shall live on. Boy. You'll stand poised to ensure the world you leave behind for your loved ones. No, I like live with purpose for all those who shall live on. When you look at it that way, which side of the world you end up on is all up to you, or is up to all of you, to each one of you in your own way. I see the merit in this quest. Look at it that way. Whether you achieve your freedom is up to all of you. Which side of the world you end up on is up to all of you. To each one of you in your own way. You need but see your journey to its end. If you can believe any of this, then believe above all in each other. Then trust what your heart is telling you. Believe that the plan with a capital P may yet be achieved. Trust that you may yet prevail together. Stand among the night wings. The raiments and the books. Fit to stand atop the sacred mountain. You are unworthy of the stars. See, I don't like what's that called? When you put somebody down to spur them forward rather than
I like words of encouragement. When you look at it that way, which side of the world you end up on is up to all of you, to each one of you in your own way. See your journey to its end. See your journey to its end. To each one of you in your own way. I like that. After a brief period of reflection, you share one last sentiment with the group. To keep going until we are free. Only failures to stray from the path. Scribes shall always light our way. Enlightenment avails itself through struggle. We shall reunite someday among the stars. No, we have to keep going until we are free. We have to keep going until we are free. Then you join everyone else in silence. Thus do you remain together with your thoughts. No one speaks for a time, but then... Damn right, my friend. We've stood together time after time, and I'll be right there with you till the end, no matter where we end up.
Dozy of a chance we've got here, isn't it, chum? Just like you're saying there, I guess we gotta go for it.
May long the stars remain a light for you, reader, sir.
All the while, Volford remains watching you intently. Then his expression softens and he smiles.
You are right, of course, my boy. My boy, we are the Nightwings. It is precisely as you said. We have to keep going until we are free. Lead us then, reader, to the end of our quest and the dawn of the new age for all our kin. Everyone, for the Nightwings!
Everyone responds in kind. They stand with you no matter what. They await the outcome of your vision of the stars, which burn with renewed fury because now the last rites beckon. The Nightwings gain +1 hope permanently. We have to keep going until we are free. That's so cool, and then they make you pick the last thing that you say. Ah! The stars above now burn with what appears a desperate fury, many more of them than usual. The path is yours to choose amid a myriad of stars. Look upon them all. Oh, I wonder if... Does that change anything throughout that? I feel like it probably doesn't. It's probably just how you choose to navigate it. Ah, it's so cool. Kaelmer, the rogue star, is back.
The stars of the 8 scribes, they shine together now as one.
The lone minstrel draws breath as though surprised by what he sees. He backs away and averts his eyes. This is another sign the rites are soon to cease. Few chances yet remain to confront the adversaries you have met during your journey. Thalium, the 17th of 12th moon, 8:37 AS. The stars continue to vanish. There cannot be many opportunities at liberty remaining. The others grow anxious. Not all of them shall make it out of here. Then we shall keep each other's company. Alrighty, Alu, Kaelmer, Millith, the Bog Star, Jomor, the Dusk Star, Hoob, Gol, South Star. Who do we fight? Barker's already on. Let's see, Lou. Let's do one that we haven't fought much. 2-0. 2-1, right? They kicked my pants. Let's do Jomer, I guess. Everybody else is like 2 and something. They're 1-0. They're the only one that is 1-0. So let's do them. Coconut crepe.
You are set to re-encounter the Withdrawn, led by Witch Udmilda. However outlandish her intentions seem, will not be aware of her.
He then reveals what he has learned of her and her designs.
Witch Udmilda, one of the Bog Dwellers and head of the Withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of Islach the Astralborn than in the rites. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for common values. She practiced the unspeakable. Somehow, one day, her research into flammable reagents grew into an obsession with Islach, despite widely held belief that he is dead or never did exist. But Udmilda held that Islach is merely dormant and shall someday be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Then at last could Islach return to his glorious home, and Udmilda would go with him. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take Udmilda in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, a sentence to the downside meant being that much closer to Islach's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the Withdrawn stood ready to assist. In short, the 8 scribes certainly would not approve of what she aims to do, so be careful in her presence, reader. And for now, good night. Good night. Blah, blah, blah. You bid the lone minstrel a restful night in kind. It is too late to take flight, so you expect to press onward come daylight. Who are we talking to? Minstrel. After the liberation of Ley, you find the lone minstrel back in the wagon, looking as though no such thing had just occurred this night. You think you see him tilt his head as you approach. Some words of congratulations are in order. I can't, but his accent. Some words of congratulations are in order for this evening, I should think, reader. And so, congratulations on prevailing in the liberation, right? Surely Ley shall be most grateful, and her safe return unto your commonwealth ought to benefit the plan with capital P in which you all now play a part. As for your adversaries of the chastity, this must have been a bitter loss for them in Manly, although they must have known their chance was far from certain. Thus shall we all await the next turn of the cycle of the rites. Celeste and I are to return to our respective duties for the time, as now Scribegates is sealed. I await when next we all shall meet, when next you may yet live up to the glory of the Nightwings in the eyes of the 8 scribes, which yet shine down for us. He trails off, then nods to you in his cordial manner and bids you a good rest of the evening. Alright, it is 7:10, which I believe means it's time for another break. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll be back and we'll try and get one more match in, or maybe 2. We'll see how it goes. Where's that book? Or that music? Let's do... We're liking the True Nightwings. It's good stuff. I'm just making sure this doesn't loop just this intro. It would be after this go around that it would kick something else into gear if it will. If not, then I'll pick a different song. Okay. Alrighty, then it is break time. I shall return. Eehee.
Alrighty. And we're back. Hope everyone's break was nice. I didn't really do too many breaky things on my break, but was still a good break. Contacted a friend who called me while I was streaming. How inconsiderate. I kid. He didn't know. Let's get to reading some book stuff. More Ha'ub the Swallow. The Accursed. Well, we all know what this voice is. The Chastity. In the words of Elmo the Swallow the Accursed.
Those bearing the name the Chastity all count themselves disciples of Lewis Glorian the Hundred Minds, known firstly for his wisdom, but also cherished for his modesty, integrity, and kinship. Squarian's priority in forming his triumvirate was to instill in all his subjects a deep-seated deference and respect for the rules governing the liberation cycle. The cycle of the rites needs to be respected to be understood, and needs to be understood to be respected, Squarian said. Thus, the Chastity are emissaries of the cycle. Should they earn back their liberty, then they shall spread enlightenment itself, and all of us shall grow.
No. Is that the last one? Was there still new? There was new. On Worth, in the words of Triesta Tithys, the Blessed Born. And Triesta looks like this.
The fallen empire of Sar was ruled according to an ancient bloodline thought to be infallible. Our society shall instead be by those who earn the privilege. We, the Eight, we cannot bear the burden of determining your worth. It shall be determined by your peers, and by you yourself. We shall provide a framing through the rites to put you to the test against yourselves, against your kin, against your adversaries. The downside cannot let us all go free. Thus, freedom to the worthy. As the worthy, your true calling then begins, as you return to a society which longs to learn the wisdom you have gained along your path. The worthy shall lead.
I think that was the last thing that was new. It no longer sparkles. Alrighty. And on we go. We continue. There is no time now to return to Moonlight Alcove as before, as the stars already urged you on. Everyone is ready to make haste for the spring of Jomor.
La da 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 da.
Gonna beat him there.
What was that?
You overhear Sir Deluge in a full-on panic as his fellow Worm Knights attempt to calm him down.
What do you mean it was the Nightwings? We are not to face them and are coming right again, are we?
At some point, he realizes your wagon is aloft beside his own.
You Nightwings! This night shall not forgive you this transgression! Once we prevail against whichever adversaries are doomed to face us next, then we shall come for you! Why must this knight be forced to fly so far above the land and sea?
Oof. Get out of here. Ultra Soulless.
Spring of Jomor. That was where we were going, yeah? Oh, Fall Flat or Glue Hive. I see. Ooh, you may have a special offer. This route looks clear, so we should have time to pursue vocations. If I do vocations, I can guarantee that... I gotta know what the special offer is. Because if we do the vocations, I can like more easily guarantee that Hedwyn gets in to the right, but I feel like I still have that even without that guarantee. Let's do Glue Hive. Trade with Alkenron. Here in the desolate sprawl of Glue Hive, you encounter a familiar face, hawking his wares as always. He sidles right up to you.
Oh, hey guys. Funny running into you out here. You guys alright? But anyways, I got to say, I got just the thing for you. Mint condition, and although I haven't seen it exactly, I am really, really sure it's something good, okay? So you want this thing or what?
He is offering a sealed talisman. No telling what it is for certain, though you sense its power. Such an artifact would likely cost much more once on display. You have 17 soul. I can't buy it. You decline Falconron's offer, but he just shrugs and grins as is his custom.
That's okay, you guys, because someone's gonna buy it anyway, so let's go find him, Dad.
He goes on his way whistling some sort of grating tune. You return to the wagon and consider which of your vocations to pursue. Okay, well at least we get to do that. It's not gonna rob me of that. That's a bummer. Need to mentor Hedwyn.
Sure thing, friend. I appreciate the offer. Where to begin?
You and Hedwyn go over what you know of the celestial landmarks you have been to and how their properties impact the Nightwings and the Rights. You can tell he knows many of them well by now. Get that risen.
I'd never have imagined that I'd get to see so many different places in the downside.
Hell yeah. And we continue. Springtime for Hedwyn in Jomuer.
Halt! Everyone, I beg you please forgive my rudeness here.
The black wagon has shuddered to a stop en route to the Spring of Jomuer. There is some commotion as the lone minstrel motions for everyone to be still.
Someone is there, along our path, ahead.
He points into the distance. However, when you scan the horizon, everything is still. You see no sign of whomever the lone minstrel referred to. Still, he indicates caution.
Strange. I do not believe I was mistaken.
A tense moment passes, then another. Then the lone minstrel tenses up.
Our guest. He is there.
You look toward where he signals, and then at last you see the cause of his concern. There's no mistaking who it is. It's gotta be our buddy, Oralek, yeah? Oralek stands there, near motionless, atop some forgotten rock jutting from the stark Badlands, a fair distance away. He stands directly on the path of your black wagon. Yet he shows no sign of acknowledging the wagon's presence. He appears only to be waiting for something, likely for you all. The lone minstrel gets your attention, quietly.
Reader, what do your senses tell you at this time? Oralek may have come with ill intent.
Right to get to. Oralek may wish to stand in the way, but he can be made to move. Confrontation outside the bounds of the rights is forbidden. Oralek ought to be avoided. Oralek may be here to talk. If you reach out to him, perhaps you can communicate in peace. Let's hail him. There has to be a way to reason with Oralek and bridge differences between him and his former triumvirate. Perhaps he has come to negotiate.
Perhaps you are correct. Let us try and make contact with him then as we proceed.
You give the signal for the Drive-Imps to start the wagon and head toward him. But just as you reach the point where Oralek once stood,
it seems our guest has already departed. Let us remain watchful as we proceed on course.
Indeed, Oralek is nowhere to be found now. The unnerving encounter causes everyone to fall silent for the remainder of the trip.
Your wagon finally arrives at the spring of Jomware, where still there is no sign of Orlek, or your next adversaries for that matter. Your companions organize a quick search about the premises, leaving you to watch the wagon until the rite's commencement. Oh! Something is wrong. Someone is here, alone with you. Wanna play a little bit of a ball here? You have company now. Seems not the time for you to make use of the Beyonder Crystal. Yeah, but I thought she might have something to say about this. Well, let's take a few swigs. Put on some mood lighting and have a chat. Orlek seems to be examining various objects in the wagon. Whether he has noticed you, you cannot tell. What he is doing here and how he got in unnoticed, you cannot imagine. You watch him go about whatever he is doing, examining all sorts of things that you and your fellow exiles gathered on your journey. He shakes his head. All of these trinkets. This wagon. It is most different now. Welcoming, and yet I am unwelcome here, it seems. In my own wagon. He directs his gaze at you, acknowledging your presence for the first time. You, a mere shadow. Tell me something. Who are you to them? Orlek wishes to know your connection to the Nightwings. Say you are their reader. You may as well know the truth of it. You sense no reason to mislead him. Say you are their friend. Your relationship to this band has grown to become more than just your role in the rites. Say you are no one. Who or what you are is of little consequence, certainly not to the likes of him. Or say nothing. Whatever he seems to be driving at, you can think of no compelling reason to comply. Well, I wanted to talk with him before, so I feel like it would only be right to talk with him now. I'm their friend. Tell Orlek that you have traveled all across the downside with this group and count them as your trusted friends. It is a different group now than in his day. A friend, is it? Beware then, for the Nightwings do not always treat their friends with all due charity. Relay to them a message for me, Shadow. Tell them, I shall have my night. He strides right past you toward the door, but then he turns to you again once more. I shall have my night. Then Orlek is gone. Well, mood lighting can go off.
There you are again, my lovely reader. How may I be of service?
Yeah, I just wanted to chat with you about fucking Orlek, but that's okay. Well, that happened. Several of your companions return as you exit the wagon. You explain what happened. However, none of them saw Orlek.
Most concerning, reader. Though I am thankful you are well. Orlek, he always was a peaceful individual, and yet his disposition is much different now. Perhaps we had best inspect the wagon for any signs of tampering in light of these events.
You and the others conduct an exhaustive search in and around the black wagon for any signs of objects missing or tampered with, as well as signs of damage or foul play. The search yields nothing. No one finds any sign that anything was moved or tampered with. Even the Drive-Imps seem calm. Excuse me. The incident leaves you questioning your own recollection of what happened. You try to clear your mind, for the rite is soon now to commence. Can we go back inside? Just want to make sure. Nothing to see here.
Hey guys, hey, whatever happened to that lay you brought in here sometimes, you know? The loopy one, frizzy hair, always handling all the merchandise. I liked her.
Typhoon Bottle. All the wares triumvirate is banished. Adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. Ooh. Is that the entire triumvirate? Wares triumvirate is banished. Or just a member. I think that has to mean if all y'all are banished. Who went off? Lay. This one I can sell. And I think this thorned knot I don't really need necessarily. We definitely don't need this one. I'm running out of things to level up. I like that fang though too. So I do kind of want to level up this one. There's Pyre is extinguished, it is instead restored. Because I feel like that gives me a good bonus against enemies. One more of these. Boost this to 20. And then we can slap that on somebody to make things a little safer. I like it. Don't need anything else from this dude, I don't think.
Tell all your friends about us because, yeah, I already told mine.
Commence the rite. The mood is more dour than usual as you make preparations for the coming rite. A hush has fallen over your fellow exiles, and a sense of dread hangs in the air. At least one of your companions is unfazed.
We sense the influence of one of our own. She is nearby. Her mind, corrupted, calls out, screaming. Canst thou hear it, perhaps?
She speaks of witch Udmilda, the adversary whom you expect to face this night.
The witch, she doth reveal an ancient god undying, and unyielding on this land, and on her consciousness. We may accept an exorcism here, for the conditions are unique, and she may not be expecting us to be abetting ye. However, 'tis a risk, upon her mind and mine own, although a worthwhile risk, perhaps.
Bertrude seems to think that Udmilda can be weakened somehow through the coming rite. Then the stars above begin to shimmer with their strange light.
There, the Star of Islach. Our adversary worships it, and whom it represents. Fixate upon that star, reading one, if thou so darest, invoke its power. Do so, and our adversary Udmilda, she shall be emboldened, but also left vulnerable to our own sorceries. We may yet limit her ambitions thus.
Bertrude asks you to invoke the Star of Islach in this rite. Yeah, I like it. Consider her wish. Let's fucking do it. After your adversaries grasp the orb, their auras shall slowly shrink rather than vanish. Oh, yeah. Easy. Easy peasy. That's not the Islach, though, is it? No. Islach Astralborn. Hell yeah. Let's fucking do it. Ask and ye shall receive. What time is it? 7:43. Okay.
Ah, the infamous raider returns, along with his remaining retinue of miscreants. You managed recently to rid yourself of yet another one. Your
Another
adversaries,
one.
the withdrawn, As with you, they must be very desperate for their freedom. They shall not make it any easier from here.
All right.
What have we here? Ye have returned once more unto our presence. We sense something among ye.
Bertrude slithers forth and gazes at her adversary.
Thou maggot. We should have known.
But Bertrude does not respond.
Ye nightwings, that one shall be of little benefit to ye. That one's sorceries are a mere pittance to the overwhelming might of Isla. Soon ye shall see. Reading one, thou invoketh the star of Islak, so then beware. Through our sorceries shall Udmilda be cast into a hopeless doubt about her faith upon her god. It shall be done if we prevail, but only if our own mind shall perhaps be forfeit otherwise.
Seems that through the outcome of this rite, either Udmilda shall be permanently weakened, or Bertrude shall instead. Oh.
Who shall besmirch the
All right.
Nightwing's name?
Well, let's look at our opponent. Udmilda. Max Enlightenment. Most bog crones kept to themselves, but Udmilda was always brazen in her disregard for Commonwealth doctrine and values. Through her studies of flammable reagents, Udmilda grew obsessed with legends of the 8 scribes, especially Islak, who she believed lay dormant and would one day be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take her in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. Bum bum bum. Convicted for paganism. Motive madness, the records say she acted beyond all reason and that her condition was uncurable, and she's been exiled for 52 goddamn years. Wow. She's a pyromancer, excuse me. Neato. She's got a couple imps. Alrighty, who we bring in? I know it's gonna be Headwind, so we need to get him leveled up. Let's do Volfrid. Actually, can I unchoose? I guess I can't. Let's do Volfrid. I like that that's assuming I'm trying to cast. Wait. Oh, thank God. I thought that I somehow accidentally started this. Yeah, let's try Volfrid. And we'll go with Ruki.
Predictably decided to...
Well, I gotta say, I sorta wished you picked someone else this time, chum.
Now the Nightwings, you wish to mock Isla. Ye in your infinite foolishness shall be among the first to suffer.
Let's fucking go! Didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that too. Well, that's okay.
The orbs unclaimed again.
What? How? Where am I? Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. I lost where the orb was? Ah, fuck. Ah, damn. Double fuck. Okay.
against us once more again. Be gone, irrelevant to us or to our purpose.
Ah, fuck.
Good.
Okay. Come and get me. Oh, okay. Let's fucking go. There we go. Verily. Cool. Get those zoomies going. Nailed it.
He doused the adversary's flames. There. All three Nightwings.
Oh no. I think she might have this. Is that it?
Display.
No, not quite. Not yet. Not yet.
Now take it.
Oh shit.
Goes the orb.
Okay. Ah, lame. Okay. Come on, damn it.
All for naught.
Ah, shit. Okay. Ah, damn. Okay. Come on. Damn it.
Oh, you poor thing. And
Ah, that's it. Shit. Okay, well.
drawn prevail. Their pyre burns, whilst that of their adversaries is but ash.
Sucks for,
Thus end this night's
bad end
proceedings.
for, Bertrude.
Fools, especially thee, maggot. Especially thee. To deign to think that thou couldst staunch the power of Islach, utter madness.
Bertrude remains silent in all this.
What have we done? What have we done? The dying god impinges on our mind. Be gone with thee! Be gone with thee! Be gone!
Bertrude retreats into darkness. You sense something happened to her after the withdrawn prevailed in this rite.
Yes, suffer, for thou dost carry with thee the black soul of Islach. Remember it, ere thee deign to overstep thy bounds again.
Bertrude suffered -3 hope permanently. May the scribes have mercy.
Bask now
Lame.
in the
That's okay.
wisdom Of the scribes. Who would have thought a lowly cur could come this
And here they say an old rookie Greentail wasn't ever going to amount to anything. Not that they, ever said anything like that about me since, as you know, I'm very well regarded where I'm from by, everyone, in fact. And we get a mastery for Rookie, either 50% chance to return in only 1 second, or that he gains an additional, ideal an additional 5 damage when plunging. Yeah, let's do this one.
praise be to Jomir Manymane.
Jomea.
Be gone now from my sight.
Back at the Black Wagon, you find the lone minstrel examining your fellow exiles after they succumbed to the withdrawn earlier this evening. It is plain to you that none of them look well. The lone minstrel notices you there and turns to you.
Reader, the faster turning of the cycle of the rites has put a strain on everyone. We have multiple cases of banishment sickness this time. It is fortunate that your other companions are available to conduct the coming rite, because I fear that this group here requires rest.
You bid Hedwyn a swift recovery, and he nods weakly in response. Oh, joy. You exchange a look with Ruki, who seems exhausted after the last rite. As for Volfred, it is clear to you he wishes to be left alone right now. You leave the lone minstrel to look after them and turn your attention to the stars that remain shining in the dark outside. Damn. Stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Seek now our destination. It's approaching 8. I would like to get to my destination, but I won't be doing another match tonight, I don't think. Let's check out the planner, though. LDM, the 20th of 12th moon, 8:37 AS. We received news that one of Wolfred's agents in the Commonwealth was taken captive. A setback to the plan with a capital P, but it changes nothing for us, I suppose. So a 61% chance of success. Which, by the way, if we get to 69%, we're shipping. I think that's all we need. Oh, looks like Barker's the only one I can go to, huh? Oh, no, there's a couple. It's Trieste up here with the Tempers. Let's go to Millith. For Barker.
I see it's time we meet again with Barker and the dissidents. We can make for the pit of Millith at first light. My boy, let us recover through the night for now. It is too late to do much else.
More Ruki. You thought Ruki was trying to get your attention, but soon realized his attention is fixated on somebody else.
Might I assist you with something there, Mr. Greentail?
Ruki has not struck you as the sort to ever be at a loss for words, and yet...
No, I was, just, trying to, see if, maybe...
Pamitha gives a laugh, not in an unkind way.
At ease, Ruki darling. You should know I have no immediate plans to snatch you up and eat you for a snack, if that was your concern. No, it's just, I mean, what is it then? Look, I got this, really stupid question here, been bugging me is all. It's just us curs, we don't have many run-ins with you folks, and so... What is your really stupid question, Ruki darling? Okay. Here goes. How come you always wear that hat?
Pamitha remains silent for a time. Then...
This helm was given to me by my blood sister on the night of my first kill.
Slowly, she reaches for the helm.
Ruki Greentail, this helm, it means nothing to me now. I want you to keep it. Whoa, what? What?
Then Pamitha begins to laugh again.
Come on, Ruki darling. You have got to stop being so serious around me all the time. I don't bite. Besides, we seem to make a decent enough team out there, I think. You're pretty quick.
Ruki laughs rather sheepishly.
All right. You got me pretty good there, sister. So, that stuff you said about the hat, then? Total nonsense. Mostly. I just happen to like it. So, you're saying I can't keep it? If I get out of here before you, Mr. Greentail, it's all yours. It's a deal.
He skitters off before Pamitha can respond. She shrimply
sugs at you and smiles.
That's fucking cute. You know, what would have helped in the last match is that I totally forgot to give any of my friends that goddamn thing that makes the this. Whew. Alrighty. I think that probably about does it. Let's put on some music for the end. In fact, we'll tease the theme of it was Thrash Pack. Alrighty. Well, thanks once again for an amazing stream. Always a pleasure broadcasting for y'all. If you'll let me do a little bit of stretching here. Ooh, I needed it. Didn't quite get it on my break, but I got it now. Ooh. That said, I will be streaming next on next Monday. I believe we're back with Meredith on Tuesday, and then Meredith again on Thursday. I believe that's been the plan going forward. So look forward to more fun on the Yizbrid channel tomorrow. If you'd like to catch up with other episodes, that is going to be at youtube.com/YizbridGames. You know, it looks like I'm going to have to not worry about the music for the time being. And as well, if you're watching this on YouTube, know that you can always catch this live at twitch.tv/YizbridGames, which I'm not going to post in the chat because the Twitch chat, you're already here. You can always find more stuff in the, well, let me try that again. You can always check out the main Yizbrid site at yizbrid.net. And you can follow to see when more things are happening. And as I'm saying this, I'm putting these things in chat, hence the pauses. Twitter.com and Facebook.com/YizbridGames will have updates. A lot of things are retweeted, like artwork and fan works and things like that on the Twitter. As well, anytime there are merch restocks, that's going to be the place you want to be to check that out. The other place you want to be to check that out is at the Discord at discord.gg/YizbridGames. There we talk about all sorts of things from the mundane in general chat to Final Fantasy XIV to Girls Frontline to music to food and drink to all of the games that Yizbrid puts out, a few of which you can wishlist on Steam at the moment. Right now, those two being No Place for Bravery and Nirvana, N1RV and A. Cyberpunk Bartender Action. You can also find World of Horror in its early access state right now over there. Both World of Horror and No Place for Bravery we just recently showed off at PAX. So if you got to play a demo at that time, I hope you had fun. Let's see, what else do I want to go over? We did the Discord. We did that. Merch. I mentioned merch restocks. The merch itself you can find at merch.yizbrid.net. You can also navigate there from the main site. I, myself, you're a good buddy, Fizz. Fizz the Human on Twitter, and findfizz.biz as far as a website goes. I think that's every single command I have at my disposal, aside from, like, I think there's, like, a Sarah is right one for our mod Sarah Sorende. Thanks once again to everybody that hung out today. It was a pleasure having y'all, and I will personally either see you around the Discord or see you next Monday. There we go. And I forgot to do this last time, so let me do it twice. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, keep your spirits up, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and as always, keep your spirits up. And we will see you again at the next one. Thank you so much for hanging out. Farewell.